The equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius stands alone atop his horse on the Capitoline Hill. Standing 14 feet tall and made of bronze, the imposing emperor high on his horse dominates the space around him. But don't be fooled. The statue you see is a replica that was made in 1981, and Rome is far from an empire today. The original statue now stands on display in the Capitoline Museum. The original equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius was erected around 175 AD. It is one of only two surviving bronze statues of the pre-Christian Roman emperor. And the reason it survives is the same reason I think its story is so important to tell. When a society chooses what to save and what to destroy, they're shaping their history, and they're deciding what stories to tell. They're choosing what to look up to, what to aspire to, as well as what to look down upon. It wasn't his nobleness, his philosophy, or his character that set him apart from the other pagan emperors. This statue didn't survive because of who Marcus Aurelius was. This statue survived because of who he wasn't. He wasn't Constantine the Great, the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity. But that's who most people believed him to be. And for hundreds of years, it was widely assumed that it was Constantine the Great that sat upon that horse. This is the story of the foundation of Rome, not as a city of emperors and Romans, but as the city of popes and Christians. The story of the equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius is important because it's a story of new beginnings, and a new foundation, and a story of rebirth. Joan Connolly talks about rebuilding the Pantheon and the foundation of a new Athens, one that remembers the sacking of its temples and the destruction wrought upon it by its enemies. The Athens that Connolly speaks of is a different one from the Athens who had only before. The story of their founding is the competition between Athena and Poseidon. Now the story of their refounding and reemergence was built into their walls with the marble of their old temple.
Are you ready, Tommy?
I'm recording.
Okay, so first question is, what do you think of it?
I think it's a Caesar. Caesar. It's a big one. I don't know. We're trying to discuss if somebody actually tried to sit on the horse one time. What else did you think about this?
I think it tries to show power, and
Do you have any maybe ideas of why it was made?
To show power, yeah.
to show the force of, I don't know, the empire or emperor, I don't know.
Okay. Do you think you'd change it in any way?
The author,
The author?
No,
Or the statue?
what changed?
Change any of it?
If we would change.
Yes.
I think it's a historic matter, so if they did it this way, probably because they want to pass a message. So no, I don't know the person, I don't know the story, I don't know how or why it was made, so I wouldn't change anything because I don't know. I'm not from this culture.
And do you know who's being depicted?
No, we're trying to figure out.
I'll give you.
Okay.
It's Marcus Aurelius.
Okay, yeah.
So he was very famous for Stoicism
Yeah.
and philosophy. And then I think two more questions. So, or actually, I think just one. When you see a man on a horse, like an equestrian statue, does it convey a different meaning than if they were just standing?
Yes, because it's about power, war. I forgot about statue.
It's about the static. Yeah, I feel like a man in a horse shows more, it gives more the idea of a war and of a battle.
Of power also.
Yeah.
Oh, like a conqueror?
Yeah, trying to conquer maybe a country or maybe like a group of people?
For us, at least in my city, the police actually, when it's like a big piazza or something like that, they actually go by horse nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's about power.
Awesome. And I think that, or I think the last one is, if you had to, what would you replace it with?
If we could replace
Yeah,
something.
if you could replace it.
Again, it's hard for me. For me, I would do something new and to be like this one and that one and have a discussion about this. I don't think it needs to be changed. I think it needs to be explained and the context of everything. And if this is an oppressor or something that maybe shouldn't be here now, maybe we should do something different, other things to compare.
Well, thank you. Those are all the questions.
All right, Tommy.
Hello.
What do you think of this statue?
It's pretty. It's like most other statues around Rome. It's some old guy, and it's a statue they dug up somewhere.
Would you change it?
Yeah, probably. I think I would.
How would you change it?
I don't really like Marcus Aurelius that much, so I'd probably just put anyone else there.
Do you know who's being depicted?
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius.
Okay. What would you replace it with?
If I had to, probably something more Christian, less pagan.
Understandable. When you see a man on a horse, does it convey a different message than if they were just standing?
Yeah, if you're just standing, it's usually political or aristocratic. If you're on a horse, it denotes warrior class, and because the horse has his hoof lifted up, I know that Marcus Aurelius died of wounds from battle, so there's a lot that the horse says about the statue.
All right, Tommy. Well, I don't think I have any more questions for you. Thank you for your time. You've been a wonderful contributor to the intelligentsia academics.
Thank you.
Who we think we are as individuals and as whatever group we're part of is shaped by the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we hear from others. Stories of founding are important for the creation of a national and a personal identity. Every day we write our own story, but we're also part of the stories of those around us. Most stories are untold, and these stories are only known by those people that live them. Freud asks us to suspend our disbelief and imagine for a moment that Rome was a physical entity. Would that entity carry these words? Every moment in our lives is a new beginning. There isn't a single time or event that defines who we are. We aren't defined by our greatest achievement or our biggest failure. We're constantly shaping who we are. This depiction of Marcus Aurelius, the equestrian statue, spoke out to me because it's that sense of community that is ultimately being depicted. And the Italian national identity is a part of that now long gone Roman Empire. Those popular images that we might have in the United States, of a US dollar or the big pencil or the Abraham Lincoln Monument, are all part of our popular ideas of our own founding. We look at our founding fathers, or we look at Sacagawea, or Lewis and Clark, or anyone that has a significant impact on our country, our nation, and our identity. And I think the biggest lesson that the equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius has left me with is, is our identity constant or is it set in place? And I'm of the firm opinion that it is something that's constantly changing and something that is never the same. Thank you.